Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Star Fox 64 All Metal Run. Sorry it took me such a long time to get this next episode up, it's just, had a really tough time trying to record stuff for Area 6. I'll get into that later. But here we're quickly revisiting Macbeth because...
Starting without me? Boys from club.
Cat! Not you again!
Is that any way to greet a girl?
If you come here after playing Zonus and missing some of the searchlights, Cat will appear here on Macbeth when you come here, and she will help you out with some enemies right there. And then at this part,
Make way for Cat. I've got the left. You take the right, hon.
at this point, Cat will start shooting some of the left side flag switches that'll make the train go towards the path to crash into the giant weapons factory, or the supply depot. So, like, yeah, like, I roll this way just to make sure I don't, you know, like, say... But if you notice the thing right there, I didn't even shoot that number 5 flag there, and, yeah, that's what Cat does. So if you find yourself having trouble getting this, you might want to come here after Zonus, so that you could, have Cat help you with some of the switches on the other side.
I'm sure we heard him this time!
You're pretty good, Tiger. See you again.
And that's what originally that little gap in space was, if you, like, yeah, complete this mission without, you know, Cat there. But now, since that's what she does in Macbeth, let's move on to the actual next stage from Zonus, Sector Z. It's a considerably different one. It's one of the least traveled missions in the game, at least as far as I'm generally playing, but we'll see how it goes here.
The enemy army is gunning for you. Be careful.
Don't worry, sir.
Good luck.
Sector Z is another one of those, I guess, special, like, all-range mode missions, and it's the only one with the Great Fox actively in the middle of the actual stage.
Enemy approaching from the left.
We'll gladly take this one.
So at this point, enemies are going to be coming after the Great Fox, though none of these little enemies are ever going to damage them. You need to get 100 hits for this mission, and it can be kind of tricky if you don't know what to do this time. The little fighter enemies in here are all the same. They take a bit more hits than some of the other fighter enemies that you've encountered throughout the other, like, say, all-range mode missions like in Katina or Fortuna. Charge shots do a pretty good job of taking them out pretty quickly. However, there's also these floating pieces of debris in the middle of this entire battle station. Each one of those, if you destroy it, will give you 3 hits, and they will also give you a silver ring. Yeah, you have to be careful of, like, say, the Great Fox right in the middle there, because, yes, you can, you know, run straight into him. What you really need to focus on trying to get is 34 hits from all of these guys. I mean, yeah, that'll become clear pretty soon. This mission's actually very short. It's just, you know, you have to do something pretty quickly and hopefully something doesn't screw up by the time, you're about to beat the mission so that you can actually get all the hits for it.
Six missiles coming from the left.
So this is the quote-unquote boss of this mission. They are called the Copperhead missiles. These are coming after the Great Fox, and you have a limited amount of time to blow it up before it hits the Great Fox. And that's once all 6 of them are blown up, then that's the end of the mission, really. Now, each of the missiles are worth around 11 hits if you defeat them really quickly. However, there's a problem. You see Falco right over there shooting at it? Yes, this can unfortunately result in one of the worst things about this mission. Kill stealing. Your wingmates can potentially deliver the final blow to the Copperhead missile, and you won't get those kills added onto your score. Like, say, if Falco destroyed that Copperhead missile, I wouldn't have gotten that hit plus 1. Sorry, that 10 hit plus 10 right there. So, that's the big thing you have to worry about in this mission. Whether or not your teammates are going to actually, like, you know, go out and, like, kill the missiles instead of you. Like, in this mission, your enemies are going to get, like, say, chased by a lot of enemies. If they're in good health, consider just leaving them. Because, I mean, when they're being... I find generally when they're being, like, chased by an enemy, they don't go after the missile. They're just doing evasive maneuvers. So, if you see... So, for this fight, just in case you... like, say, don't want, like, enemies... just for precaution... let your wingmates be chased by the enemies.
Are you gonna hog all the fun?
Cat, can't you go bother someone else?
Let me help you out.
I'm with Falco here, actually. I wish she wasn't here because she's yet another person who could steal your kills from you when it comes to taking out the Copperhead missiles. If you were the one who takes out all the 6 of the missiles, that's a grand total of 66 hits that you get on there. That's why you need to focus on killing enough other regular enemies and space debris in order to bolster your hits up to 34 in order to get yourself the 100 hits necessary. But really, that's all. Really, that's all there is to this mission. It's pretty simple, but it can go wrong really quickly if any single one of your wingmates destroys one of the missiles before you can. Like, when I was, like, watching, like, say, these hammers here, I was just, like, nervous, my heart was stopping. But hey, once the last one's destroyed, that's the end of the mission. Pretty simple and quick, I just hope... just hope nothing goes wrong, because nobody likes replaying the whole game in order to get back to this point.
You owe me, Falco. You're on your own. Good luck, little man.
Rob, is everything okay?
Great Fox is okay. That was a close call. We've got the bad guys on the run.
Don't worry. Slippy's here.
Actually, I think that's plenty enough reason to worry. Like, you might consider getting here from Sector X might be a good idea because Cap doesn't follow you there. But remember, the warp from Sector X to here I find is personally rather treacherous and easy to lose your wings in and therefore your laser upgrades on. So, it's kind of tough to get yourself to Sector Z in a state that's good in order to get a medal on, so... There is, of course, a failing state of Sector Z. And I'm going to show you that, but I'm also going to show you a little trick that you can do in this stage, and in this stage only, because the Great Fox is there. Look at that, my wing just clipped straight through the top of it. That was pretty funny. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm circling around, like, getting my, wing damaged because I want it to break off. What? So, what you can do in this stage is if one of your wings are broken, or I think if you just want a health refill, fly into the back opening of the Great Fox, and your wing will be repaired. And look at that, my health's all the way back up to maximum again. So, it doesn't give you any laser upgrades, sadly, but it's some cool little hidden thing that you can do in this stage that you can't do in any others. Now, you may be asking what the failure state of this mission is. Well, it's pretty obvious. Like, one of the missiles hit the Great Fox. And, your wingmates will, of course, try to shoot at it, but I don't think any one of them, like, just by themselves is ever able to destroy the missile just by their own merits. So, all you have to do is just, you know, ignore the missile and just let it hit into the Great Fox. That's all it is. Like, if you've killed enough enemies, like, before, like, say, the last missile hits, it's possible you could just, you know, you could actually accept the failure state as the, thing to get you the missile, but, I mean, that's kind of a difficult thing to do. And you can see it on the lower map at the bottom, the lower right map in the bottom, see how close the missile is getting to the Great Fox, which is at the direct center of the stage. And Rob will keep telling you how close it is to the ship.
Systems 10, unable to evade.
And no matter how many missiles you don't like destroy before it gets there, the damage on the ship is always the same. So this is what happens if you screw up to shoot down the missiles.
Is everything okay?
Damage to rear left section of the ship. Dang, now they've done it.
It could be difficult to attack Venom.
Doggone it!
Yes, the most appropriate response to this situation. Doggone it. But in any case, yeah, doing this will prevent you from reaching Area 6, and it will instead take you directly to Bolse, so it would be really sad to come all this way to try and get through Sector Z just to go through the easy path of the ending, but hey, it could happen, so... But in any case, let's show you what happens at Area 6.
It's almost over. We're in your debt. Come back in one piece, Fox.
Will do, General.
Good luck.
Came in here. No problems. Do you copy? Emergency maneuvers! Too late. Game over, pal.
This mission gave me so much trouble. It was so difficult for me to try and get the medal on this one. I technically still didn't, but you'll see what I do in order to make up for that. These weird spinning umbrella gyroscope things, you're gonna want to shoot them quickly. Oh, but right after the first one, you're gonna want to like hold down the brake button and shoot 3 bombs there, because that'll clear out a large number of those mines right there. You can kind of ignore the fighters behind Falco because they're not going to do that much damage to him all that quickly if he's at full health. But the main idea is you have to have a really quick trigger finger in order to kill those umbrella things, which will give you 4 hits each once each one of them dies. And at this point in the stage, they're a bit more reliable to get kills from than I say the standard flying enemies are. So I would say focus most of your efforts on them. Oh boy, I really had a tough time on my arm with these because I was just tapping the button so fast. I gave my triceps a workout, I'll definitely say that much. And pressing the right stick on, the right C button here will actually get the Great Fox to shoot down some enemies, taking down some of their health right in this section. Each of these missiles by these little like attack ships are able to be destroyed and add to your hits, so you should want to do that there. Make sure you have all your bombs before coming into this whole section. These are 5 specific missiles coming after you. Like, say you're going to want to destroy all these, because if you don't destroy all of them, they will hurt your teammates if you avoid them.
Not yet, sir.
At this point right here, shoot a bomb, specifically, because those things chasing after Peppy are missiles. They cannot be locked onto with your laser, and they can kill him pretty quickly if you just let them just go.
James McCloud.
Oh damn, Andros is calling us on our telecom.
Those big cans are no match for me.
At this point here, you're probably better off doing charge shots against the flying enemies rather than going after the little umbrella stations. And this right here is a return of that bee enemy, who can be really annoying to try to hit, but I mean, like, if you can kill it really quick, you can get like 5 or 6 hits from it. That one I think I got 4 because I didn't kill it fast enough. Don't waste too many of your bombs because you're going to want for a few more areas coming up. A big secret of this mission is knowing how to use the brake and shooting while holding the brake button, which can be very difficult to do on the actual N64 controller. But yeah, that's kind of the big secret to this mission. That's how you get 300 hits. Yes, 300, the largest amount in the game for getting medals. That ring of enemies there can actually give you quite a bit of hits, so make sure you destroy them pretty quickly. Now, at this part right here, on these like little, like, say, battleships, if you attack the so-called head of the ship, that's how you can kill it and get a bunch of hits from it. But you can also target the, like, say, the top of it and destroy the guns that are on it as well for some extra hits. So those are good ways to rack up hits by knowing how to target, like, say, shooting a charge shot or a bomb, like, say, kind of at the middle of one of those battleships right there, and that'll, like, get you what you need. Make sure you destroy that enemy, because that enemy can kill Slippy pretty easily, too. And you see right there, I got 300 hits, so that's pretty much how you get 300 hits for this entire stage. Like, I don't even really need to do anything else against these next couple battleships except just letting myself stay alive.
The last line has been breached!
These guys are crazy! Dang! Deploy it now!
You're gonna see me switch to a different footage right here, and there's a good reason for that.
Enemy ahead! This one's different.
Christ! We were so close to Venom!
The reason for that is that this is by far the worst boss in the entire game. It has hitboxes that like to disappear really, really quickly. It has quite a bit of health. See, look at that. You're supposed to shoot those, like, say, red, like, lightning balls at the beginning, but I was shooting that, and just the hitboxes just, you know, like, stopped working. I wasn't allowed to be shooting at it anymore. It has very, very small windows of opportunities for its hitboxes on its weak spots in order to trigger its next part of its cycle in order to get to a point where it's vulnerable. It's very, very easy to essentially not get the hit plus 10 on these things. The reason why I switched over here is because on that attempt with, like, say, the over 300 hits I just showed you, I died against this guy because I took a few hits that took away my wings, and I was just left unable to do enough damage to it, and I just, far hard as I tried, I just died to him. So, you saw how very little damage I did there. What you're supposed to do is destroy the 3 tentacles that are surrounding it, and destroy the 3 red lightning balls inside of the core when it opens up. Oh yeah, these, like, enemies it spits out can give you silver rings if you need them. But I mean, the actual time limit on the hitboxes for the claws and everything is very, very short. If you don't destroy them all really quickly, he just go to the next part of his cycle, and then you destroy it, then it goes to the next part of the cycle, and then it just repeats things over and over again. And let me tell you, when I was trying to actually record this fight, I got so much lag on my capture device. Like, I got quite a bit of, like, say, almost like a full, like, second and a half of input lag during the parts that really mattered, because the game does naturally lag quite a bit, like, when I'm not trying to play it, when I was trying to play it naturally on my CRT television. Especially during these parts where it opens up. Like, at these parts right here, like, I actually looks like I'm doing pretty well there for a moment, but most of the time when it opens up and you're shooting the red lightning balls, like, the boss and the screen itself are jerking all over the place, like, throwing off your ship's position and therefore your aim. So, trying to correct that, I guess, amidst slowdown and a bunch of input lag on my capture device, makes this attempt very difficult to record for me personally, unless if I were recording this off, say, like, the Virtual Console or an emulator. But this is the part of the cycle you'll want to get him to. The part where he starts shooting his giant laser at you, because afterwards he's going to need a time to cool down, and during that time is when he's at his most vulnerable. And I hope you still have your hyper lasers, because you do not want to lose him here. So, what you have to do is destroy the energy balls really quickly. The reason why it's difficult to aim there is because, again, the screen and the enemy just keep jerking around, and just keep shooting the core as fast as you can. As fast as you can. And look at that. I only end up getting 6 hits for that. The other guy, I actually ended up dying with. You need to kill this guy very, very quickly. But that's the thing, its hitboxes are terrible. Its hitboxes are really, really small to hit. It's really jerky to record because there's a bunch of lag, and I hate fighting this guy. It's the worst boss in the game. This was actually pretty good, all things considered. I've beaten this guy faster a few times, but not too many times. And that's why I'm not showing you the other things, because I died on that one, and it was so difficult to, because I could try like 8 different times in order to record this.
We're entering Venom airspace.
And you know what the really unfortunate thing is? Like, even if I did get the medal, you know, like, get, like, say, all 3, and it, like, takes you, like, straight to Venom right afterwards, so, like, even if you get all 300 hits, and your teammates all live, and you beat the boss just fine, you're not gonna get any little, like, say, graphic or that tiny little video of the medal appearing it before, like they say, the stage icon before you go to Venom 2. It just takes you straight there, just like it does with Bolts. So, I mean, I've already gotten it before, but hey, I showed you how to get 300 hits in the middle of the stage before the boss. I've shown you how to beat the boss to the best of my ability through recording. Like, just trying to record it was such a big pain. I have no idea why. Just, against that boss was just so tedious and unfun, like, so much lag, input lag, so much screen jerking, like, I got lucky that attempt I just showed you, and that was still a rather poor tryout. The reason why I kept going at that point was because if you saw at the start of that battle, I had 289 hits. I thought, oh, okay, I'll take this boss out pretty quickly and everything, and that'll give me the 300 I need. Well, I was wrong. Yeah, so... And every time, you know, I screwed up, like, trying to get the medal for Area 6 for this Let's Play, I mean, I had to start the whole game over and play through all the stages again to get back there in order to try again. Because, I mean, I had to go to specific paths so that Peppy, Slippy, and Falco would be at enough health so that they could survive the whole stage. Because if I went there going through Solar, like, their health is drained through that stage, so after Macbeth, it just wouldn't give them enough health back, even if I, you know, get 150 enemies killed, so... There was always a specific path I had to take. It was always very long and tedious, and it was so easy to screw up. Like, I was really pretty proud of myself getting over 330 hits, like I showed you during the stage, but then the boss came up and it just wrecked my shit, wrecked my day, and I was just pissed off. I hated it. So, I rage quit, like, say, 8 different times when trying to record just the Area 6 section of this video, so... Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've shown you how to get the medal. Like, I've shown you how to get 300 hits before getting to the boss, like, with all your teammates alive, and I've shown you how to beat the boss as quickly as I can get to record, at least with the system that I have, while recording on an actual N64 and not on any type of emulator, so... Yeah, I know this is kind of a long spiel just about one stage, but it was just really, really tricky. That's one of the reasons why this video just took so long. That stage just kept kicking my ass. But in any case, the next video is going to be the video all about Planet Venom. Going to be the end of the game. We're going to see the end credits in the next video. There'll be one more video after that with some extra stuff all about it, and that'll be it for this entire Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly had trouble making it, but in any case, I'll see you next time. Catch you later.